May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to Turek confronted by a student on transgenderism. World ending. Wow. So without further ado, let's get started.
I'm a biologist. I understand the biology. Are you saying that a woman is only a person who has two X chromosomes and a man who is someone who only has an X and a Y chromosome?
I think that's the scientific definition, yes.
It's actually not. Have you ever heard of gynecomastia?
I had it.
And okay, so did you have that fixed?
Yes, I did.
And did that make you feel affirmed in your gender and comfortable in your body?
No, when I was in the Navy, nobody knows this, by the way.
Welcome back, everybody. In this particular video, we're going to cover a rather controversial topic of transgenderism. So we're going to play this out, then I'm going to give a little bit of commentary. What do Christians often get wrong in terms of our understanding around this issue? With that being said, let's dive in.
What do you have to say for people who don't fit in your definition of man or woman? I'm a biologist. I understand the biology. Are you saying that a woman is only a person who has two X chromosomes and a man who is someone who only has an X and a Y chromosome?
I think that's the scientific definition, yes.
It's actually not, because there can be people with XXY. There can be Y chromosome inactivation. The way that this biology works is that you have genes. Those genes make proteins. Those proteins develop the traits that you define as men and women. They develop the features that you define as male. They develop the genitalia. But you can be a woman with female genitalia and be XY. You can be a man, but you can have XX chromosomes.
Yeah, I understand what you're talking about, Grace. You're talking about a very rare condition known as intersex.
Right. 1 in 100 people experience chromosomal differences in sex.
Okay, but not 1 in 100 have different genitalia or ambiguous genitalia.
And what do you say to those people?
Well, what you say is that's a situation that is not the norm. We're not saying that they're not people, obviously. As I understand it, maybe you know more about it than me, when you do have a truly intersexed person, at that point, either the parents or when they're old enough, they can decide which way they're going to orient themselves and they can get the appropriate surgery. But that's not what we're experiencing in our culture.
It's okay for people to decide their gender.
In that situation, but that's not what we're talking about in our culture. What we're talking about in our culture are people with perfectly normal functioning sexual organs trying to have them removed and trying to transition to another gender, which is impossible scientifically.
Have you ever doubted that you're a man? You've doubted that you...
Oh, have I ever doubted I'm a man? No, I have never doubted I'm a man.
Then what do you say to a transgender person who has never doubted their gender? You're saying that we all change and that obviously transgenderism is a product of some kind of phase, but you've never doubted that you're a man. So
no,
where's your development of this change?
Grace, I'm not denying there are people truly with gender dysphoria. I've already said that. What I'm saying is the way out of that problem is not surgery according to the data. Okay? Psychiatry is the way out of that problem.
I also don't agree with your statement that after surgery, you implied that transgender people are more likely to commit suicide after surgery. But the statistics say that transgender people are more likely to commit suicide because of arguments that you make that they're invalid.
No, I'm not saying they're invalid.
I'm just saying that you implied that it's the surgery that's causing suicide. No,
it's not. What I'm saying is the surgery doesn't fix anything. That's the point. It's practically the same rate, whether they have the surgery or not.
If you woke up and grew breasts today, would like them to be removed? There are men.
Say that again?
Have you ever heard of gynecomastia?
I had it.
And okay, so did you have that fixed?
Yes, I did.
And did that make you feel affirmed in your gender and comfortable in your body?
No, when I was in the Navy, nobody knows this, by the way. Jesus, now I'm revealing I need a HIPAA form to sign here or something.
You don't have to talk about it.
No, what I'm saying is, yes, I've had that myself and had it surgically removed when I was in the Navy. Yeah.
And do you feel more comfortable in your body and more affirmed in your gender because of that?
Well, it wasn't a gender thing for me. It was the fact, well, I can't even get into it now because it had nothing to do with my gender. Okay. So it had to do with the fact that it looked really odd. Let me just put it that way. Okay. But Grace, my point is if we truly care about people, are we going to try and force them down a road, particularly as children, into a solution to a problem which is proven not to be a solution.
You just said that having that surgery made you feel better about yourself.
That has nothing to do with transgender surgery. I wasn't changing my sex. I was having breast tissue removed. Okay? I was always a man. Mm-hmm. Okay? So.
And say that I have XY chromosomes, but I'm born with female genitalia and female body types, but I believe I'm a man. Should I not be allowed to have that breast tissue removed?
As an adult, you can do whatever you want.
Yes, that's fine.
My problem is with the children. That's where I'm having a real problem.
Is there a magic button at 18 that instantly makes you feel like you know who you are and absolutely what your gender is?
No, well, I think for women it's probably like 15. For men it's 37. To be honest with you, okay? Because men don't develop as quickly as women, all right? But no, we've just chosen 18 kind of as the adulthood crossing point, although for some issues it's 21, like drinking, okay? So, no, maybe it's later than 18, okay? My big problem, and I would say this to somebody who's 37, that the surgery does not appear to help anyone. And if you want more data on this, you can go to sexchangeregret.com. Sexchangeregret.com. But I wouldn't even be talking about this issue unless I thought the current way the culture's going is hurting people. And it is. Why would I bring all this abuse on myself?
Okay, so I really love this. I love how he went about it. He even made example with himself. He said he had, breasts, but he had to take it off. Not because he feels like he's a woman or anything, but he feels like, he's in the military and there are things you have to do, being in the military. And I really respect that of him. And I love the way he's going, so cool on, Grace. He's trying to make Grace understand that, yes, the thing is, he's not against you doing it at all. You're an adult, you can take whatever decision you take. But it shows that majority of people who end up doing this surgery, they end up regretting it. Just like I discovered someone who wanted to turn himself to a wolf simply because he feels he identifies as a wolf. Just how long will you keep on enjoying that? Sometimes you enjoy it to a point whereby you feel like you have to stop this, because now no one will be willing to employ you because you've used your money to turn yourself to an animal. I've not seen any animal working in the banking sector or as a politician or what. I know people will feel like, yes, maybe not yet. Eventually they will do that. But this is where we are living on. This is the world we are living in. People don't really see you as the way you want to identify yourself as. We are already used to seeing you as either a man or a female. Or now people feel like they can identify as whatever thing they deem fit. And it's no longer making sense. A whole lot of people need psychological help. Because you just can't wake up one morning and feel like, yes, I don't think I want to be a male anymore. I feel like the female have a whole lot of privilege. I want to be a female. Or you feel like, yes, I want to be a male because the male have a whole lot of privilege. Or something like that. Seriously, it does not work that way. If you are born this way, I feel that is the sex you're supposed to be in, because, during the part of conception, the process started with, okay, I think this person will be a male or this person will be a female because you have the X and Y chromosome or you have the XX chromosome. So with those chromosomes, it defines who you are. So waking up one morning, I know I've seen, I think while I was in school, I saw so many people, a man, but they speak like a woman, they act like them. I've seen women that want to dress like men, they want to, they just enjoy dressing like men. But that does not make them men. Okay, you can decide to dress like one of them, but eventually, you see, they start living that state. They start, realizing that, I think I need to correct this. I need to start behaving like this. I'm a woman. I need to act like one. That is it. So you don't just feel like, because, yes, you behave like a woman, then you have to continue doing it. In my place, when you give birth to children, they mainly use their left hand to eat. But we try to correct them. We try to let them know that, no, try to use your right hand. And they learn. So it's all about counseling. It's all about trying to encourage them. okay, I know you act like this, I know you see yourself like this, but this is what you have been born with, this is what you have been built with. You can be like a man. And seriously, if you put in the work, you can correct those errors. Because no one is born complete. I've seen so many people that have been born blind, so many people that have been born lame. So if you are born in that way, you can find a way to, fix it, find the lapses and correct it and move on with your life. So saying that, she said maybe one of every 100 people are born with, I don't know whether she said male or female organs, or male both organs together. But I've heard of such, I've seen such. So if you decide to use surgery to correct that, I feel it's fair. And I also wish parents will allow their children to grow up to a certain state before they can make such decision, or at least consult a doctor that is very good at that, so that we know the organ that is very, very active before they make any mistake. But I feel that should be the way forward, not just being born complete. As a complete man, you feel like, nah, I feel like I have feelings for my fellow man. I feel like I see myself as a woman, or I see myself as a man, and I want to be with my fellow man. I don't know, I feel it's more of a psychological issue than anything. I love how cool he was towards Grace. He was really patient with her, trying to explain himself, and I love the fact that Grace held her view. She made it clear. She felt like this is how it's supposed to be. But anyway, we've not yet gotten there. If it will be accepted in our society, I don't know for now. But I feel like he said a whole lot of people are committing suicide because of these decisions. Because I don't know how long you keep on living in a world where, I don't know. He said surgery is doing more harm than good. So you can just correct your appearance. You can correct your inward structure, A female has hip, they have breasts, they have, every other thing that makes them a lady. And same with men. We have every other thing that makes us men. We have this broad shoulder, we have our beards, we have other things that define us as a man. And also when it comes to strength, the difference is there. That is why I feel if you want to be a trans and be with your trans people. I don't mean isolate yourself from us. I just feel sometimes people are being cheated, especially when it comes to sports. And you feel you're trans, you want to participate in female sports simply because you identify yourself as a female. You end up cheating people that deserve that award, because as a man, you are way stronger. Anyway, this is a beautiful one. I want to see more videos like this. If you have any recommendation, let me know in the comment section. If this is your first time visiting the channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remember this.